we are playing songs that are the therapist. Songs that give good advice, help you try to shore up your own mind, your own decisions, and make better choices. And thank you, Natasha, Bedingfield, Single. That was meant to be played as a response to Daniel Bedingfield, If You're Not the One. But twice I put it into the computer to play, and twice the computer said no and just jumped straight over the track. So a techie thing to look into there, and my apologies for not playing what I said I was going to play. Right, where are we going next? Oh yes, this one. Don't you love it when you're in a bad spot and somebody says to you, don't worry, be happy. Oh, if it was only that simple. It'd be fantastic if that actually worked. Think like there'd be no medication, no counselling, no stress related conditions. All you would have to do is to think, don't worry, be happy. It would all just be banished with those 4 words. Nevertheless, there is a song with those words. Don't worry, be happy. Bobby McFerrin would like his turn to give someone some well-meaning advice, even if the technique doesn't actually work. The song itself does give a raise and a fine earworm of an you know one, yeah. I was listening it, previewing my playlist this afternoon, and I was really arguing with the song mentally. It's just not that simple, but as a song doing what a song is meant to do, it does actually give you a lift of the spirit. So Bobby McFerrin, you've got the voice of the therapist for the next 3 minutes or so. Oh, if it was only as easy as that. But it is a good tune, and you do want to sing along, and sing along does make you feel better. Right, now, next up is, I think, perhaps one of the most perfect songs ever. I love this song intensely, and it speaks to your intuition. It tries to get you following your gut feeling on a matter. Kenny Rogers' song, The Gambler, is, I think, one of the best examples for this. It's the crystallization of an imagined encounter between a bloke who feels he's out of options and a gambler who knows when things are going his way and when they are not. Even gave birth to a film, The Song. Let's hear it, and it is a beautiful song. Enjoy. It's one of those songs you just want to kind of let it breathe over you and just take the space to take it in. Beautiful. Thank you, Kenny. We miss you. And a couple honourable shout outs whilst we're in country. George Strait, I Hate Everything. Garth Brooks, Unanswered Prayers. 2 very good country songs that give something of a therapeutic, reflective mind on some of life's difficulties. And of course, there would be many country songs we could put into songs which need therapy. Country music's very good at finding a good bellyache, and oh my god, it's so bad. We're sticking in country just for one more song, and this is one of those songs which leads by example. And if I have anybody from my day job listening, anybody from my management or HR, please don't take this as something meaningful from myself. It's just my contribution to the playlist, okay? Here we go. You can take this job and shove it. This is a therapeutic song which hides in plain sight, and we all know it. And again, it's one of those songs that at some point I suddenly twigged as to what the thrust was. Peter Gabriel. Love the guy, love his music so much. His latest album in particular has a lot of mental health tracks on it. Input, Output. I hope to maybe bring some of that album to a future Radio Warrington show. Really beautiful stuff. But this track I'm speaking about is the track Sledgehammer. Peter's music and words are so emotionally intelligent. They have ideas which build a world in which they try to get you to grab hold of things which help. Sledgehammer. Now, we can get very mired down in moods, stuck in moments that we can't get out of, and something needs to happen in our choices, first of all, to get out of it. Now, Bobby McFerrin, bless him, just told us, try to, don't worry, be happy. Sledgehammer. The lyrics in this is similar, but a little bit more helpful. Like, he's there wanting to give his help, like Peter's voice in the song Sledgehammer. But first of all, you could have a steam train if you just lay down your tracks. You can have an aeroplane flying if you bring your blue sky back. All you do is call me. I'll be anything you need. I want to be your sledgehammer. Yeah, there is a certain amount of action which is commensurate, that is imperative upon ourselves to get help. And this song is all about that. Sledgehammer. So we have Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer, going into Howard Jones' new song. And the reason I selected that as a therapeutic song is, one, because of the lyrical content, and also because of Howard Jones' motivation in writing the song. That is from an album, Humans Live, which is actually turning 40 this year. And Howard Jones just did a gig with OMD at the weekend, which was quite an exciting thing. I didn't go, but I would have liked to. Back to the song. Howard Jones wrote about the new song. I wanted a song that was like my manifesto, like why I wanted to be in the business and why I wanted to write songs in the first place. I was working in the factory at the time. I was doing the gigs at night, and then I was working in the factory. And I wanted to say to people, you can. It is possible to do what you really want to do if you've got enough guts and determination. You can do what you're really good at in this life if you set your mind to it. And so really, that's what the song's about. It's about letting go of fear and seeing both sides of an argument and throwing off the things that hold you back mentally. Now we're jumping to another 80s tune, and it's by daughters. It's by daughters or sisters, Carney and Wendy Wilson, who are the daughters of Brian Wilson, and China Phillips, the daughter of John and Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas. And this is a beautiful girl band song, really affirmative, out of the sort of California self-help scene, it kind of feels like, but it's good. It's really good. And it's Hold On. And we have just a few more therapeutically, lyrically rich songs to throw our way. Going to bring it a little more up to date now to 2017, to a very affirmative song from a beautiful musical film, The Greatest Showman. If you've not seen it, do give it a dabble. I find it a really, really uplifting film. And this I find therapeutic because this is a statement about realizing this is who I am. This is what I do, in a positive way, not in an arrogant way, but just say, like, this is me, this is my line. So this is me from The Greatest Showman soundtrack. Joyous tune, joyous film. Need to rewatch it again sometime. Now, there have been many songs excluded from tonight's broadcasts, many songs that I would have loved to have played to illustrate songs that need therapy. Some of them may not have been so happy for broadcasting, and I don't want to leave us feeling miserable after our time together this evening. And there were many songs also, but I did not include as songs for therapy. And arguably, almost any music which puts any of us in a good place are therapeutic songs, therapeutic music, and that would be enormously diverse as each of us, songs that put you in a good place. I want to give out an honourable shout out to a group who have an album called Vessel, and that album is one of the best mental health albums I have come across since a long time. Most of us tend to gravitate towards music we grew up with. That becomes like our core meaning music. So finding stuff that I really get on with, sort of post 2000-ish, it's becoming a bit harder. But this group, 21 Pilots, is a group I was introduced to by my youngest. Knowing that he really, really loved the band, I bought the CD for a long car journey we had to do and slipped the CD in, going along the motorway down through Warwickshire, down towards Oxford along the A34, and expecting kind of a boy band, like, oh, isn't she beautiful, isn't she lovely, that kind of stuff. I was blown away by the depth, by the meaning, by the musicality, by the variation and the style of this group. And one of their songs is about the absence of music. It's called Car Radio. Now, some of it's a rap, and I hope I read it okay. And don't worry, there's no naughty words. And I know rap can have naughty words, but I don't think they've got any bad words, any bad language in their music at 21 Pilots. Now, the song is, I hate this car that I'm driving. There is no hiding for me. I'm forced to deal with what I feel. There is no distraction to mask what is real. I have these thoughts, so often I ought to replace that slot with what I once bought because somebody stole my car radio and now I just sit in silence. I ponder of something terrifying because this time there's no sound to hide behind. I find over the course of our human existence, one thing consists of consistence, and that it's all that we're battling fear. Oh dear, I don't know if we know why we're here. Oh my, too deep. Please stop thinking. I liked it better when my car had sound. And the lyrics, the rhymes come hard and fast in the song, but Car Radio Track and several others on the album Vessel are just such good mental health songs. So thank you, Fizz, for introducing me to 21 Pilots and the album Vessel. It remains a stalwart of my go-to albums post-millennium. And another song which celebrates how sad songs and music can help us out, it's got to be Elton John, Sad Songs. And thank you, Elton John, Sad Songs Say So Much. He does a very good job of explaining how sad songs can help us out there, doesn't he? So my name is Tim Previtt. I have really enjoyed your company. Thank you for keeping me company throughout the last 3 weeks. I do really look forward to being back on Radio Warrington. I hope before not too long. Keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram and on YouTube, and I will let you know there when I do know myself when I could be back on Radio Warrington. Need to give an honourable shout out for Kevin, for helping nudge me through the training process here, listening in occasionally and giving me pointers and guidance. And thanks to Tony for letting me have the slot here at Radio Warrington for the Eclectic Show. So Kenny is ready to come into the studio, and I will leave you with one last song which gives some really good idea as to how we can be uplifted, be affirmed, and receive some good sort of therapeutic insight. An Australian band, Savage Garden. This is a song called Affirmation. Pretty much like a statement, a manifesto of things which can help us out. My name is Tim Previtt. Do thank you for your company here on Radio Warrington. I bid you a good night and handing you over to Kenny.